A certain kingdom was incredibly blessed, for they had a righteous and just king. One day, a foreigner came to town, and he began to make all these promises of what he would do for the people, how he would make their lives better, how they would be happier, more fulfilled, if they just joined him in rebellion against the king. They were so swept by his words that they did indeed join him, and they sent off their righteous king into exile. A few loyal of the king went off with him. But when this foreigner took the throne, all those promises turned into emptiness. Their lives were not any better. In fact, they were worse. They didn't find themselves any happier or more fulfilled. Again, the opposite. A certain group felt so bad for what they had done that they decided to embark on an impossible mission to try and find the exiled king and bring him back. They searched and they looked and they adventured to terrains unknown until finally, after a full month, they found their way to a certain cave where they were told that the king was in hiding. Some of the loyal to the king stood out guard in front of the cave. When they tried to enter, these loyal guards prevented them from coming in. I'm sorry, but we do not give entry but to those who have the secret password. The men looked at each other and were completely distraught, for they had come so far, and yet they didn't know this password. They tried all different attempts, but none were to any avail. Finally, some broke down in tears, dropped to their knees, and begged. When the guards saw the tears, they said, this was the password we were looking for all along. Please come in. The king saw them, and he heard out their whole story. And they begged him, please come back. We will fight with you. We will give you back your throne. We know now how lucky we were to have you as our king. He agreed and indeed joined them back until he was put once again on the throne that was rightfully his. Our sages tell us this parable to help us understand what Elul, the month that we're entering, is all about. All year, we unfortunately listen to our evil inclination, this wicked foreigner. He convinced us to give up on our service to the true righteous king and to exile him. But come Elul, some of us remember what it was like to have the righteous king. And we go and we search. And even after all the search, we may not succeed. Unless we are truly sincere of heart, unless we truly repent sincerely from the bottom of our hearts, shedding even a single tear, and then we're granted entry to the king. And with that, the king returns into our lives. May we realize the power of this month, the power that is granted to those who search, to those who come with a contrite heart, a broken spirit, and with that are able to bring the king back into their lives, back onto the throne that is truly his.